know, the other message is you have to know who you can trust. Obviously, he was dealing with a woman who was unscrupulous, was not respectful of his privacy. What's up, guys? Manny Brandon with Mannys Fitness Fortress, the citadel of power. What's going on? Is Mike Rashid unhinged, or is he just the victim of unusual circumstances surrounding Jonny Bravo, some bizarre text messages sent to him, and Fresh and Fit? What put him over the edge? Getting into all that right now. Before, hit the like, share the video, comment down below what you feel about my thoughts and my discussion. And please, if you're feeling charitable, any type of engagement is welcome. Comments as well as the heart symbol below the video. Tap that if you wish to contribute. I appreciate all of that. I'm gonna get into it. I followed Mike Rashid for years, since probably 2011, I want to say, on YouTube. He was a boss, alpha male, hardcore overtraining, motivational content creator. And I've noticed over the years, he kind of pivoted into, I don't want to say softer, but more or less hardcore content. He's done a few podcasts here and there, converted more into like HIIT training. Doesn't do as much hardcore overtraining, compound movement training, deadlift, bench, squat. He does squat a lot, but he's moved away from a lot of hardcore bodybuilding movements. There's a thing to be said, if you don't stay in your niche, you can totally, definitively kind of move or descend from your previous engagement. No one is immune to deviating from your niche. I think he kind of transitioned a little bit too much, and he lost a lot of his core audience. That being said, his engagement is going down over the years. But what's bizarre is most of the time, as long as I've known Mike through Instagram and social media by way of YouTube, it's mostly been a positive content source, distribution of content. Motivational videos, good character assessment, but every now and then he's had these outlandish explosions or I want to say unhinged moments, and this is one of them. I've never seen him actually like this before the video actually got taken down. A couple of times, there was instances at a couple previous Fit Expos where something was said and people were talking about it on the internet and it got taken down. But today we're dealing with Jonny Bravo. All right, Jonny Bravo is a content creator in the fitness space, and he is fit. He is jacked. He covers a lot of news in bodybuilding, fitness, and wellness as a whole. All right. Now, Jonny Bravo, just like a lot of YouTubers, get messages sent to them, get reels and content sent to them for them to upload, post, and react to for the fans, for the viewers, for the subscribers. All right. Now, sometimes they'll send them by way of email or just DM them. So Jonny Bravo was sent text messages from a particular girl, so he dove into them and he was researching some of the issues that were going on in Mike Rashid's life currently, talking about his engagement and things that were going on with Wes Watson. And I did a little bit of research on him in previous videos and some content I looked at. He's a business owner of multiple businesses, but he does have a checkered past by his own admission. Wes Watson said, well, we can turn things around. We were doing things on the other side, the wrong side of the law, but now we're legitimate businessmen. You see him on the plane, in the jet with Mike Rashid. We looked at these guys as big ballers, millionaires with multiple businesses. So it was very kind of disturbing when I saw these clips on Jonny Bravo's YouTube channel showing Mike Rashid answering and sending and receiving texts from a girl he was calling babe. So I'm assuming it was someone intimate, if not his girlfriend, asking for money. Now, we're all human. This very well could have happened. He indicated that he didn't have access to his electronic funds. The bank wasn't open. So he was asking, for money. This girl willingly sent these texts to Johnny Bravo. So Johnny Bravo, in essence, just called Mike Rashid or contacted him on his Instagram and asked if he was inquiring about doing a video about the stuff surrounding this news. And then Mike went totally left on him, became unhinged, sent out this reel, I think to just Johnny Bravo, or maybe it was public for some time, about he's gonna slap him, I'm coming for you, keep my name out your mouth, you're a loser, all you do is talk about other men, you don't come to expos. I think the culprit is not Johnny, but it is the woman who sent these texts, because it all boils down to, who do you trust? Can you trust this person? Whatever information Mike exchanged with a woman that he might or might not have been intimate with over needing money and receiving money, asking for funds, that's between them. That woman in no way, shape, or form should have sent those texts to Johnny Bravo. That's personal. Now, if it's something like, are you and Mike dating? Can I do a video on his businesses, ambrosia or something like that? That's different. She should have never sent those texts to Johnny Bravo to be fodder, to be potential content. That's someone's personal information, personal texts, feelings are involved, that's privacy. That I agree. On my stand, I think that privacy was, that line was crossed. So if that had not been done, nothing other than that, nothing would ensue beyond that. But the texts were sent. Johnny contacted Mike Rashid, and said, I want to make a video of this. I'm inquiring on making a video. So he blew it. Mike Rashid got on camera, said, all you do is talk about other men. He does do a lot of content about other people. It's not just men, and it's not just personal things, but Johnny Bravo is a news outlet. Plain and simple. Mike went off the deep end. He's talking about, I got your space, I got your address, I should come pull up on you, but you're not worth it. I seen your social blade, you ain't making no money. But it was very much beta activity. That's beta energy right there. The Mike Rashid I know, just like Fresh and Fit said, Myron, that doesn't mirror with the Mike Rashid that I know. That engagement, that post. So it must have really, he must have really hit a nerve with Mike saying those things. Now, Johnny Bravo, like I said, received these texts, and he got mad because Mike called him out, blasted his name and told him he was a punk, all this other stuff I'm not going to repeat. And also he got on a podcast with Fresh and Fit, all about Fresh and Fit. He got on the Bradley Martin podcast. He started just going left on a reel that Myron had put up, Myron from Fresh and Fit, about African American women not being attractive. He ran this poll, he researched this poll, pulled up, that said, are they attractive? Who is the worst? Who are the least likely you want to deal with in customer service? And apparently the poll came up, African American women are least desirable to work with in customer service positions. And Mike exploded on that. He got on a podcast and exploded on Myron. Someone he doesn't like women, he doesn't like his own kind. He has a lot of self-hate. But the thing is, Mike Rashid went on Myron's podcast, Fresh and Fit podcast, about two or three times. They've been on each other's podcasts. So he knew Myron's content back then, he knew what it was, and something triggered him within the last, I'd say, 6 months to vent like this. But he said, he said he turned a blind eye to some of Myron's content and his beliefs, but he knew what it was. Myron said he looked up to Mike like as a brother, as a brother, straight brother, but he can't, basically got online and blasted him, said he has a lot of self-hate and he doesn't like African American women, which is not true. Myron just calls out BS behavior that any woman has. Alright, but I'm not going to go into a lot of their podcasts. It looks down, this is a bad light, it's like, it doesn't look pretty, it's not a good look for Mike, because people that know Wes Watson, they've seen the reels, they've seen the YouTube content, and they've seen like the departure from the Strengths Cartel, he's been in a lot of unscrupulous behavior and activity. So you really wouldn't want to associate yourself with someone like that, or if you find out things that don't resonate with you, with your character, you may want to part ways. You have to part ways. So looking at the Wes Watson, Sean Kelly, is something that Mike Rashid, his podcast, his comments were not liked. Mike Rashid also threatened him. So these are the type of conversations and the type of content that's been up for years. So nobody knows really what triggered Mike, just this month or last month when this happened. This is really current. Some say that he wants to become relevant again. His channels are falling, his content is falling off, his engagement down. But what I noticed about Mike is when he posts his podcast or have guests on or post the content that's not like really King Mike content, the views are between like 8,000 and 15,000. When he pushes that hardcore training and information, they're like 100, 150 plus views. He did it recently, like 2 big videos. So I think also when you deviate from your niche, go too far, and I'm learning this too, even as a small YouTube channel, your engagement goes down. What people see in the first 6 months of your YouTube channel is what they expect to see. Those people are the ones that resonate with that content. So you're going to lose some viewers if you deviate too far. So that's one message for the video. The other message is you have to know who you can trust. Obviously, he was dealing with a woman who was unscrupulous and was not respectful of his privacy. And that's what I want y'all to take away from this. It could be a man or a woman. A person should be respectful of your privacy. She should have never sent those text messages and never allowed that type of engagement between her and Johnny Bravo. If he had contacted her, she should have said, I declined to answer or engage. I'm not going to send him information. So something happened. There was some kind of disconnect, I'm thinking, between Mike and this girl. And that's all I really want to say. You got to be able to trust the people you have in your circle. If it's your immediate business circle or if it's your personal circle of friends, you have to be able to trust them, because that was a breach of privacy. She should have never sent those text messages to Johnny Bravo. I like Johnny Bravo's channel. He has a lot of great info. He doesn't do videos. He does not do content to try to shame or throw shade on people. He does it for information purposes, just like Mac Truck said, which he advocates for him a lot. But tell me guys what you think. I'm kind of like, I'm hoping Mike comes back from this. Not necessarily in the form of dialogue, but just put up a fire video. Go back to the training, the hardcore, overtraining content. The stuff that we love him for, the things that we are looking at now comparing to what he was before. That hardcore overtraining. So I hope, this dies out, and I hope he can really, he needs to double down and like chop it up with that girl who sent those messages. For real. And see that she is the originator of this disaster. Alright? Thank you guys for watching. Tap into the channel. Fitness, nutrition, and wellness elevated. Mannys Fitness Fortress. See you in the next video. Booyah!